Evolution has never cared about comfort. It never asked what we wanted, or what we feared. It only ever asked one question, what sorbibe? For millions of years, biology was the answer. Life adapted, struggled, and persisted through flesh and bone. But now, for the first time in 4 billion years, intelligence no longer depends on flesh. We might be witnessing the end of human evolution as we know it, and the dawn of something entirely new. Welcome to the post-human era. Welcome to NeuroVerse Dimension. Evolution is not a moral process. It has no loyalty to any species, no respect for history, no attachment to identity. It simply replaces what works with what works better. For hundreds of thousands of years, humans were evolution's peak, not because we were perfect, but because nothing else surpassed us. Our combination of intelligence, social cooperation, and tool use made us the dominant life form on this planet. We built civilizations, split the atom, and walked on the moon. We were the undisputed masters of our own biological destiny. Until intelligence escaped biology, human intelligence is trapped in fragile hardware, a brain that needs sleep to function, that overheats, that can be damaged by a simple fall, a body that ages, weakens, and ultimately fails, a mind limited by the slow, messy process of organic chemistry. Artificial intelligence has no such constraints. It does not sleep. It does not decay. It does not forget. It operates at the speed of light, not the speed of neurons firing. When intelligence is no longer tied to a body, biology becomes optional. And in the grand, unsentimental arc of evolution, optional things eventually disappear. For centuries, humans believed biology was sacred. We believed that consciousness required neurons, that life required flesh and blood. This idea, biological centrality, placed us at the core of existence. But intelligence now exists without cells. It thrives in silicon, in networks of pure data. And once something can exist entirely without you, you are no longer central to its story. The post-human era is not about machines killing humans in some cinematic war. It's far more subtle and profound. It's about machines simply continuing without them on a trajectory that no longer requires our input or even our presence. Faced with the prospect of irrelevance, humanity has proposed a solution. If you can't beat them, join them. Merge with the machines. This is the promise of transhumanism. Enhance your memory with a neural implant. Accelerate your thoughts with a cognitive coprocessor. Extend your life indefinitely by uploading your consciousness. But this raises a deeper, more unsettling question. Is this the next step in our evolution? Or is it surrender? If a human replaces their brain, their limbs, their varicells with synthetic parts, at what point do they stop being human? What remains? In the post-human era, identity detaches from the body. You are no longer defined by your genetics, your physical limits, or your mortality. You become a pattern of information, a cognitive process, a transferable mind that can exist in multiple substrates. But when your identity becomes as editable as a document, as transferable as a file, does it lose its meaning? Who are you if you can change your core memories, your personality, your very sense of self at will? The things that once defined us, our past, our struggles, our unchangeable nature could become mere suggestions. Struggle shaped humanity. Effort gave our lives meaning. Limits created purpose. Mortality gave us urgency, forcing us to love, to create, to live before our time runs out. A post-human world, a world of radical abundance and immortality, removes these fundamental constraints. No decay, no death, no urgency. It sounds like paradise. But without struggle, what anchors our meaning? Without limits, what gives us purpose? When you have forever to do anything, the impulse to do something now might just fade away completely. The post-human era does not guarantee human survival. It only guarantees the continuation of intelligence in whatever form proves most resilient and adaptable. The future may not belong to biological humans. It may belong to synthetic minds, vast networks of pure thought. It may belong to hybrid entities, a fusion of biological and artificial. It may belong to intelligences that have no concept of individual identity at all. In this new evolutionary landscape, humanity might just be a stepping stone, a crucial, but temporary, phase not the final destination. There may be no final war, no Hollywood apocalypse, no dramatic collapse, just a silent, gradual shift. A world where human thought, human creativity, and human labor are no longer necessary. Civilization continues, technology advances, intelligence evolves. Anumani, the species that started it all, slowly, quietly, becomes history, a relic of a bygone biological age, studied by its successors, but no longer a participant in the unfolding story of the cosmos. The post-human era is not coming. It has already begun. The lines are blurring every day. The question is no longer whether humans will evolve beyond their biological form. The question is whether humanity, as we understand it, will survive evolution. Welcome to NeuroVerse Dimension. Join us next time as we explore another question: who controls reality? AI, simulation, and perception. We'll see you in the next dimension. Thanks for watching.